Hello, I welcome you to my presentation of Medbox, a free-of-charge medical online library. My name is Clemens Ochel. I work as a global health advisor for MedMissio, the Medical Mission Institute, Würzburg, Germany. MedMissio is a faith-based global health advisory organization partnering with public, private, FBOs, and academic organizations and institutions. I would like to begin my talk with a roadmap. In other words, at the end of my talk, you will know and understand the underlying idea and the approach of Medbox. Then it is time to inform you about how to access Medbox. Although everything is on one website, there are structures which help you to efficiently access the information that you are looking for. Some words about the contribution of Medbox to planetary health. And finally, you can personalize your use, and I will tell you why you should do this. Now let's start with the idea behind Medbox. Medbox is an innovative, worldwide accessible and open source online library. The motive for this project has been and still is to increase access to and to ensure quality of sound information in international humanitarian aid as well as development work. Medbox collates practical, relevant, and high-quality documents, basic literature, and guidelines for a variety of relevant global health topics in one site of the web. The collection of relevant open-source documents increases timely and geographical accessible whenever you have devices with access to the Internet. Healthcare action becomes more adapted to needs, more qualified, and safe for the patient, and finally integrated into a sound public health response. Access to reliable, unbiased information is an essential element of the WHO Universal Health Coverage Strategy. However, access to and timely availability of sound information is often a problem, in particular in low-resource countries of the Global South. The problem becomes even more acute in humanitarian disasters. A functioning internet connectivity is a precondition for rapid, efficient humanitarian action. Thus, even in earthquakes, inundations, or outbreak, communication through internet is re-established early. Everyone doing a search with usual search engine knows how difficult it is to get the right answer to the questions or to access guidelines, action plans, or even international agreed standard operating procedures. For this reason, countless people still come to harm and death as a result of, for instance, inaccessible information, as Virginia Barber, editor of the PLOS Medicine Journal, stated already in 2011. The problem does not only arise in humanitarian health aid, but much more fundamentally in the education and training of medical staff. Many colleagues in the Global South are insufficiently informed about updated guidelines based on new scientific findings. Medbox is an instrument for democratization of knowledge. Let's proceed to the key for access. Please take home from this talk that you type into your device the address www.medbox.org. You could do it during this talk, but then you might miss important information. I beg for your patience, but don't forget. The use of Medbox is free of charge for users. The work on this website is made possible by financial contributions of a variety of partners, which will be shown at the end of this talk. If you land on the home page, you see a gray grounded section with 8 round icons of different categories. Then a search field and a menu item on the right. I leave it to your curiosity to find out what is behind the different but mainly self-explanatory categories. However, I will provide a bit more detailed information about the toolboxes at the right end. With the menu items on the right, you have the choice to select languages to display the menus on the website, followed by a login, which is in relation with the functionality of my Medbox, and the item About Medbox to get more background information. Still, in the gray search area, you can perform an advanced search. You will agree that there should be a possibility to save your searches and documents of interest. That is exactly what is behind the menu item Create Your Medbox. To do that, you need to create an account in order to store your personalized searches and preferences. This account underlies data protection laws. It is not used for marketing. It is only used to send you regularly a newsletter. We still have the white lower part of the website. It provides latest news and latest publications. Medbox varies according to global health topics on the news agenda. To tell you how I use Medbox, I mainly use the toolboxes. Usually I have a certain topic in mind. Then I look what is the Medbox toolbox offers. You are probably interested the most in planetary health. We will come to this very soon. Now let us dive deeper into the functioning of the website. I've chosen the category Key Resources and clicked on Disaster Preparedness. The list options allow to filter my search. Specific filters options are language, countries, or list type options. Once identified the document of choice, I can open it in an external link or I can add to my Medbox once I have created my account. In this particular case of a Lancet article, I need to access the original website for view and eventually download the article. If the documents are published in the public domain, you can preview, download, or save the link to my Medbox account.
Can Medbox only be used on desktop or laptop computers? Fortunately not. Thanks to modern programming of the website, you can use the web address also on your mobile devices.
Still looking for tutorials and advice how to use Medbox? Please follow Medbox YouTube channel or go to the bottom part of the homepage to see the videos. Another important service of the Medbox team is the publication of newsletters. They are called issue briefs. It is a bit tricky to get access to the database of all issue briefs published. Please click first on About and then you will find the item issue brief. As a sideline in this section, you can also find the annual reports of Medbox. All the users are different interests, different questions, different purposes of use. Medbox has carefully selected relevant documents for different qualification levels and job profiles. What is the specific contribution of Medbox to the climate crisis? Documents are made easily accessible for health workers and humanitarian workers worldwide, scientists, advocates and political decision makers, lecturers and students, NGO workers, and civil society. How can you access the Planetary Health Toolbox? I'm here on the homepage of Medbox and I hovered over the Toolbox category. This opens a pop-up that provides access to all the different toolboxes. The Planetary Health Toolbox is the most recent one, but the view might change one day. In this slide, you can see the different search categories for the Planetary Health Toolbox. The database is structured into 9 subcategories: guiding documents, planetary boundaries, food and nutrition, green and healthy living, climate change, One Health, health consequences, good practices, and training and education. The latter might be of particular interest to you. In all categories, you will find valuable information. Let me mention specifically that the Medbox team has produced a short tutorial about Planetary Health Toolbox. For time constraints, I will not play it here, but maybe you might remember the link kurzelinks.de Medbox-planetary-health. And this is the essential screenshot for the Climate Change and Health Impact issue brief. At the end, a few background informations. Planetary Health Toolbox is a result of a collaboration with Koc and many global partners. The toolbox was launched in August 22 and it received financial support from Apobank Foundation. I'm very close to the end of my talk. Here is the access to the login menu. As described in the call-out, register first before using my Medbox. Registration is free of charge. Data protection is assured. You will not receive any commercial advertisements or news from our project partners. If you register with Medbox, you can create your own My Medbox account. I recommend to do this because you can save your searches, you can compose your own library of interest, you will receive Medbox newsletters, and you will be invited from time to time to participate in online service. By the latter, Medbox keep relevant information to your needs. Here are our finance partners, and thus I reached the end. Thank you for listening and thank you for your attention. All the best for your future and see you next time. Bye, Dr. Clemens.